Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th... Oh, Jesus Christ, it's really the 7th year in a row I've been doing this. Help me, please. Annual Nerd³ Gaming Awards! And here's your host, me, with a slightly less put-upon voice. Hello! Yes, thank you. Stop now. Stop! Thank you. Now, this year we're going to be doing things a little bit different here at the Nerd³ Awards. Instead of the poop and not poop for the good and bad games irrespectively, I'm just going to be doing general good awards for the good stuff, mostly because I didn't actually play anything that bad this year. I just avoided bad games and have had a better year because of it. So, good. That was good. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. The first award is the See-Through Pencil Case with Wi-Fi Award. Now, this is awarded, as we all know, to the game that was the coolest updated throwback, a game that took very old mechanics and brought new life to them. And the winner is... Snake Pass! Snake Pass took the whole 3D collectathon thing of old platformers and brought a brand new movement mechanic to it, which was Snake Movement, where you have to wiggle to go forwards and you have to wrap yourself around things to traverse platforms, and any fan of 3D platformers is going to have a wonderful time playing a wonderful game. Next up is the Bob Ross Award. This is awarded to the game with the best art style. And the winner is... Tokyo 42! Tokyo 42 is visually a stunning game with a crisp, clean palette and a beautiful set of... Look at me stab the dudes. Look at me stab the dudes. Look how awesome I am. Look how cool I look stabbing the dudes in a really beautiful place. It's a fucking beautiful place to stab dudes. Awesome. Next up, we have the Opposite of Anime Award. This is the award for Best Animation. And the winner is... Cuphead! Now, I know there was a lot of talk that Cuphead was going to win the Bob Ross Award for Best Art Style, but unfortunately Cuphead's art style is fucking terrifying, being based on nightmare cartoons from a nightmare time. However, its animation is second to none, and it is genuinely... Just look at the visuals that I'm probably putting up for this one. Not every game's gonna get it. Let's head that off now. Not every game's gonna get visuals, but this one does, so drink them fucking in. Next up, we have the Biggest Pop Award. Now, this is the award given to a series that has had the best return after a long period of absence. And the winner is... Metroid: Samus Returns. Only a few months ago, Nintendo revealed that they were working on a brand new 2D Metroid game, and then 3 months after that announcement, it was out there. Just out, the brand new 2D Metroid that everybody had wanted for so long. Metroid Samus Returns was a remake of Metroid 2. It was for the 3DS, and it was bloody brilliant. And it was so good to actually play a proper Metroid game for the first time in about... Hang on, when did Zero Mission come out? 1,000 years. Nintendo, we forgive you for Federation Force. But only just. Next up, a new award this year, much like the rest of them. This is Rebecca's Award. This is Rebecca's favourite game of the year that if I didn't mention, she would kill me. And the winner is... Persona 5. Now, I've not actually played any of Persona 5, but I have watched Rebecca play quite a chunk of it, so I can tell you for a fact it is a game about sitting around and deciding if you want to go to a cafe because it's raining and there may or may not be less people there, and then remembering you've got to return a DVD to a place, so having to get on a train and then go and return the DVD, and then it's closed, you can't return the DVD, and then you get DVD fines, and there's books, and you have to go to lessons and school, and you're also about to be arrested or killed, and you have to fight 5 paintings that make a man's face, and you're actually thieves. I don't know. Well done on your award. Well done. Next up, we have the I Understood That Reference Award, and this is the best game for fans. And the winner is... South Park: The Fractured But Whole. When I played South Park: The Stick of Truth many years ago, I didn't particularly enjoy myself because it was quite poor turn-based combat wrapped around a whole bunch of references, gags and jokes that I didn't know because I'd never seen South Park. But since then, I have watched all of South Park, and so in this game I understood all the jokes, references, and it had better combat as well. So if you're a fan of South Park, boom, Fractured But Whole is the best thing. It's an ultimate wrapped up lovely gift for fans, and if you've not ever seen South Park, it's not really for you, is it? And to follow that train of thought on, our next award is the Dark Chocolate Award. Now, this is the award for a game that I understand is good, but it's not for me. It's a good game that I don't like. And the winner is Zelda Breath of the Wild. For many people, the Breath of the Wild is a sweeping epic about action, adventure, and exploration. And for me, it's a game about standing in the rain, waiting for it to stop so I can climb the fucking wall. It's not for me. I don't like survival games. I don't like crafting. I don't like weapon degradation. It was never for me. But I understand it's technically a well-designed game. And I mean that in both senses of the word. Technically. Next up, and once again following a similar vein, the Black Magic Award. This is the award for technical brilliance. And I mean that in one aspect of the word technical, which is the making the thing go on the thing it's not supposed to go on. And the winner is Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch, because having a beautiful, brilliant, deep, complicated, lore-filled world like the world of Skyrim in my admittedly large pocket, it just feels insane. It just, sitting in bed and playing Skyrim when it first came out like a week ago, I just kept going, how have they done this? It feels like it feels naughty and wrong, and it feels like I've got a future technology games console. And so it feels like I've nicked Star Trek technology, and I mean like old, good Star Trek technology and not modern, mushroom Star Trek technology. It feels wrong, but in a good way. Like BDSM, or voting Labour. Next up, we have the How Did This Not Suck Award. This is the award for the biggest surprise, the game that, on paper, should have been absolute donkey shite, but actually came across as an incredibly good game. And the winner is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. When this came out, I just wasn't expecting anything from this game, and then I played all of it. I 100%ed that fucking thing. I never 100% games. 100%ed that. Admittedly, I also 100% Metroid Samus Returns this year as well. But I fucking loved it. Because it was XCOM with, like, this running around, jumping, trying to combo movements together kind of system. So it was like XCOM mixed with fun. And it was brilliant. And it was difficult. And it was gorgeously animated. And I have no idea how it was good. It was like, there aren't words in the English language to describe this game, goddammit! Next up, we have the Truman Burbank Award. Now, this is the award given to the best sense of immersion in a video game. And the winner is Star Trek Bridge Crew. Because, holy shit, being able to sit in the captain's chair and boss around people is the best thing in the Star Trek universe ever. If that game adds fucking Next Generation Bridge, you'll never see me again, because I will just be in there like the fucking Matrix, and I'll just live in it, and I'll just ongoing mission for the rest of time. I don't have to play with people, because I did Watson support, which is pretty good, so you just say things, and then the computer doesn't do it. It's great. It's brilliant. It's genuinely, it's just a fucking dream come true, that game, and it is superb. And I want that Next Generation Bridge. I'll accept Voyager. I just won't accept it very much. Next up, we have the Best Friend Award. Now, this is the award for the game with Best Co-op. And the winner is Sniper Elite 4. I very, very nearly gave this to Star Trek Bridge Crew. However, there is a difference between Star Trek Bridge Crew and Sniper Elite 4. And that is, in Sniper Elite 4, people actually work together. In Bridge Crew, it's more of a shouty affair, from what I've experienced. But yeah, Sniper Elite 4's co-op is brilliant. The amount of communication necessary to survive in that co-op isn't very much, but you do it anyway, and I love that, and I really, really enjoyed my time playing the Sniper Elite 4 co-op until I think I was blown up by a tank or shot, or I fell down a hole, or the usual things that happen to me in permadeath. Also, you know, blowing someone's scrotum off from 1,000 feet away, always fun. Always fun. Next up, we have the Ear Honey Award. This is the award for the game with the best soundtrack. And the winner is Sonic Mania. Clearly, because nothing came close to Sonic Mania for soundtrack in the past entire history of the human race. Studiopolis Act 1 just... If we send that into aliens, they just fucking park around the planet and be like, yeah, encore! Woo! That's what would happen. And then we don't have anything better than that, so they destroy us, so we better not be in outer space. But yeah, Sonic Mania is just the best sound. It's just wonderful. It's a brilliant game. It's a superb game. But that soundtrack is just, it just elevates it from a superb game to a superbly superb, delicious video game of joy and happiness and fun. Next up, we have the I Was Wrong Award. This is the award for the thing that I was the most wrong about in the year. Very small shortlist. Very small shortlist for this one. I'm right most of the time. However, the winner was the Nintendo Switch, because I thought that thing was gonna die. The moment it came out with its dodgy controller connections, its 5 games, it's kind of just nothing. It just came out and it just hit with a thud, and after coming off the terrible crashing thud of the Wii U, I kind of went, well, that's Nintendo done. And they turned it the fuck around by doing nothing but pump fun, interesting, innovative games into the thing until I've bought more games on Switch this year than I think I have on PC. I think I've got more Switch games than I do PS4 games. It's just a brilliant console. It's uncomfortable as hell, but the games on it are really fucking good. I want analog sticks in a different place. It's fine. I was wrong. And that's the only time of the year I will admit it. Now we're getting into the penultimate award of the night. This is the Almost Game of the Year award. This is the award for the game that was so close to being my game of the year, but just beaten out on the last minute. Almost Game of the Year is Heat Signature. Heat Signature is a game that truly understands that the thing that I want the most in my life is to be sucked off into outer space by accident. It is a game that is literally built around endless fuck-ups. You can't get away from fuck-ups in this game. You can't play it well because you will make mistakes. It's such a well-designed set of mechanics and they all link together. So your fuck-ups will be new and exciting and different every time. Here is an example. I threw a gun at someone to try and knock them out and missed. The gun bounced off of a wall. As it bounced off the wall, it fired a bullet out at a 90-degree angle that bounced off a guy with a shield at another 90-degree angle and killed a target that I was there to capture, not kill, who was 3 rooms away. And that just happened. That's a 1 in a billion chance, and it just happened. And things like that happen all the time in Heat Signature, and that is why it is absolutely brilliant. I don't think I've laughed at a game as hard this year than I did at Heat Signature and just its mechanics. And pretty much every time I laughed, it was because I'd just been blown up, bombed, exploded, shot, thrown out of an airlock. Something stupid had happened, I had suffered, and it was hilarious. And the final award of the night is for the Game of the Year. And drumroll. The Game of the Year is still the drumroll. Super Mario Odyssey. Nintendo have done the undoable. They are sitting right at the top. Game of the Year, Super Mario Odyssey. It's exceptional. It is a genuinely it's a masterpiece. It is an absolute masterpiece. It's so creative. Right, here's what Mario Odyssey does. It gives you an idea, an interesting gameplay idea. And it goes, hey, here's an interesting gameplay idea. And you play around for 2 minutes and go, oh, that was a fun idea. And then it takes it away from you and gives you another one. It goes, oh, how about this one? And that game was like 40 hours of that. It's constantly going, oh no, I'll have this one, have this one, and this one. I'm so close to getting the last few moons, and none of them have been a slog. I feel like every map you dig into such depth and detail with every little map, and you explore every little nook and every little cranny, and you still can't find these moons. And you go, okay, then I'll talk to the bird, and the bird will give you a riddle, or you talk to the little mushroom friend, and he'll give you a little blip on your map, but it's not where the blip is, and you're like, what is this clue and this blip? I don't know. And then it clicks, and you go, oh shit! So it's like a fucking, it's a collectathon. It's a fucking exploration game. It's a riddle puzzle solving game, but plus it's filled with more gameplay ideas than any game this year or any game I've played since I fucking started doing YouTube. It's a fucking exceptional game. It's just full of ideas. It doesn't even feel like a Mario game. Mario is for some reason filled with personality in this game, something that is just clearly not been a thing he's ever had before, because they give you stupid costumes to dress him up in. And that adds so much, because you get to project yourself much more onto the character and get to bring a lot more out of him. And it's Nintendo doing the thing that I've always harped on that Nintendo need to do, and that's stop being formulaic. You made the best fucking ideas. You defined gaming as it was. You came up with, Mario, Zelda, Metroid. You came up with all these things, and then you stopped. Why did you stop? And this year, Nintendo went, alright, let's do that again. I feel like Nintendo are getting near that high they were at when they were creating Mario and Zelda and Metroid. That's the point I feel like they could be at. If they start announcing new IPs, then that's just Nintendo are going to just dominate severely once again. And I feel that this year it was Nintendo going, alright, we're back. And God, it felt good. It feels good to have these things, because Nintendo make games really well. They make really high quality games. Even the formulaic bullshit they've been kicking out for the last few years, they've of course been really well made. So it feels good. I mean, look how much stuff they took out of Zelda and Mario. It took balls to take some of this stuff out. I mean, Mario doesn't have lives. Mario, you lose 10 coins when you die in Mario Odyssey. I never found a mushroom that made me big. There wasn't a huge cast of characters. There was brand new stuff. It was just new. They basically went, what works from Mario? Mario, coins. Alright, well, let's work from there. And it's a sublime game. It is easily my game of the year. In fact, you know what it is? It is the same game as Zelda, because they're both kind of exploration-heavy games, whereas Zelda is one big open world. Mario has all of that and just crunches it right down. It's just everything just compact, squished in. You will constantly be discovering something new. You can't boot that game up and play for 5 minutes without finding something new or something interesting. But it's literally bursting at the seams. It has more game in it than any game I have played fucking years. It's absolutely a worthy winner of any and all awards that it will inevitably be winning. And fucking excellent. Anyway, that's all for this year. That's the Nerd³ Awards. Drive home safely or walk home safely. Most likely you are already at home, so sit down safely. You're probably already sitting down. Get up, you fat fuck. Good night, everybody.